Hey friends, thank you for tuning in to this week's leadership lesson, which is really all about 2024 goals. I know that I did a whole video series on, setting your goals and SMART goals and creating action plans and vision boards and all of those things. And that's amazing. I hope that you watched those videos and you took something from it yourself. But the sad reality is that 80% of those goals we make for the new year by the end of that first week in February are dead in the water. 80% of them. So the timing for this video is just to encourage you all on your journey and not to quit. And I want to share a little bit of a, kind of like a 6-step framework that I use to really help me set big goals and achieve them. So let me break it down. Goal number one is all about, or step number one is all about understanding what it is that you want, why you want it, and then turning that into a really positive and compelling vision for the future. So that's kind of the first thing you have to do is like, hey, what is it that I want to change in my life? What is it that I want to accomplish? Why do I want to accomplish that? And then really create this very compelling vision for yourself. And that's going to kind of propel you into achieving your goals. Kind of step number two is that you have to find and face the truth, friends. You have to really, with a lot of honesty and a lot of self-reflection, understand where you are compared to where you need to be. And then you have to try and understand, once you face that truth of why it is that you haven't been successful in the past. And there's like usually 5 reasons that come up. I'm not saying that there isn't more than that, but there's kind of big 5. The first one is fear of the unknown, fear of trying something different, fear of being different, fear of working towards the different, but fear is a big one. Self-limiting beliefs or self-limiting talk or self-fulfilling prophecies that you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not smart enough, there's no way that you'll be able to do that. We play these tapes over and over again in our mind that continually tell us that we are just not good enough. So that's kind of bucket number 2. Number 3 is really about other emotions. So it is maybe anger or it's frustration or it's stress, but there's some other emotional component that is limiting your ability to kind of lean in and achieve those results. Number 4 is just bad habits. We have a bad routine. We have a bad set of habits that need switching or changing or altering in some way. And then number 5 is just that there's a skill gap. You don't have the knowledge or the skill that you need to achieve that big daring goal. So how do you go about closing that skill gap? So that's kind of step number 2. Find and face the truth. Figure out what it is that's been holding you back from achieving your goals and achieving your maximum success. And then building an action plan to move forward and close those gaps. You have got to take massive action. And what I mean by massive action is not like big things all at once. You have to do a lot of little steps every day. You've just got to start. What are some of the small things that you can do today and tomorrow and next Tuesday that's going to help you on the path to achieving that goal? Because the cool thing is that as you start to take action, even little itty bitty pieces of action along the way, you're going to learn things. And when you learn things, that's going to create new insights. That's going to shape the way you look at your goal and shape the way you look at the additional action that you need to take. So you just got to build the plan, build the action plan, and take a little bit of action every single day. Number 4, the 4th step in the process is you've got to do the work. There is just no shortcut. There's no magic recipe there. You just gotta lean in and do the work. You have to slay the dragons. And what I mean by that is you got to conquer the fear. You have to change the tape in your head that says you're not smart enough or you're not good enough or you don't have the the right opportunities or the whatever those tapes are that you tell yourself. You've got to work through the stress. You've got to work through the anger. You've got to break those bad habits and start a new routine, or you've got to go out and get that skill and take a course, or read a bunch of books or find a mentor. You've got to slay the dragons. You've got to find and face the truth and figure out what it is that's been holding you back. And then eventually you've just got to slay those dragons. You've got to move past it. So that's number 4. Number 5, you need to measure what matters more often than you have before. So what do I mean by that? Well, find the key things that you can measure that will help you understand if you are making progress and moving in the right direction. My good friend Tony Robbins likes to say, if you measure these things every month, there are no bad years. If you measure these things every week, there are no bad months. If you measure these things every day, there are no bad weeks. So that measurement, following up on progress, is vital to success. And then the last step is about celebrating all the little wins all along the way. And this is actually really shows up a lot in change theory and change leadership theory, and how important it is to shine a light on all the little things and all the little changed behaviors and celebrate those all along the way. That furthers your momentum, that keeps you engaged, it keeps you motivated. And then really celebrate when you achieve that goal. Relish in it a little bit, enjoy it before you move on to the, what's next for me. So I hope you found those 6 steps to be helpful. Drop me a comment or send me a message and share your stories of success with me. I'd love to celebrate with you. And thanks for joining me today. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.